Hey guys, it's Greg. Been a while. I gonna get to the point of the video shortly. Just updating what's happening. Uh, had a test done on my heart today. It's kind of like an MRI. Um, don't know the results yet. Radiologist has to look at it and then get with my doctor, and then they tell me, and then on the 28th I see a pulmonologist. So that's where I'm at with that. The bronchitis is pretty much gone. Still have some trouble breathing. Not so much, heaviness in my chest like I had. Okay, so that's where I'm at, and I apologize that I just haven't felt good, man. I mean, I really had fatigue is that's something else. Extremely deficient, potassium deficient. Taking medication, prescription, and it's created not only with the bronchitis and the soreness that came with the coughing, the headaches that came with the coughing, but the soreness because of the fibromyalgia from the coughing and whatnot, it just wore me out. And then finding out that I'm highly deficient with my potassium, that created the fatigue. So I just haven't felt good. But anyway, this past midterm to me was no surprise. I told my dad exactly what was going to happen. Everybody's talking about the red tide, the red tide, the red tide. It's the same pattern, man. It's the script. It's a recycle. This happens every time. We get a new president. 2 years later, the House switches, or the Senate flips. It's the same thing. But here's the deal. Okay, people get so wrapped up in politics, but they don't understand. It's not, they don't care. They just hate one side or the other. If you're liberal, you hate conservatives. If you're conservative, you hate liberals. Okay, and it's extremely black and white or red and blue now. Extremely red and blue now. There's no purple. There's no gray area. No moderates. The thing is, and I know this might seem like a silly comparison, but to be honest, I think it's excellent comparison. I've played fantasy football for I don't know how many years now. I've been involved with football pretty much all of my life. Okay, there's not a lot that I don't know about football. I mean, if I don't know Article 32, paragraph B, subparagraph see section D. You know, I don't know that much about the rule book, but I know football. So the thing is, though, when you're playing fantasy football, it's not like these armchair politicians. That's what I want to call these people. Armchair politicians. They show up to vote, but then they sit and watch. If you're conservative, you sit and watch Fox all day. If you're liberal, you watch CNN all day. And you have no idea whatsoever what bill is on the floor today, tomorrow, next week, next month. You have no idea. You can't get away from the TV long enough to look it up online. You do realize that you can go to what's like house.gov/floor or whatever, and see the bills that are coming up, and you have no idea what's inside those bills. You just know that if you're a conservative, you just lost the House, and that pisses you off. But you do not have a clue what they're going to vote on. Now, fantasy football, I do my homework. I have to have two quarterbacks, have to have several running backs, several wide receivers, defense. You know, everybody doesn't play every week, so there are bye weeks. So, and you can only put so many people in certain slots, so the waiver wire's there to pick up. Some people drop people, some people, you know, you see them, you pick them up. You know, you have to do your homework. You've got to know every major player, and even some of the minor players, because they do make a difference at times, on every team. You've got to realize who you are up against that week. You've got to know the player that you're playing in each slot, what their matchup is that week. You know, you may have Tom Brady, but he may be playing the Rams or the 49ers. You know, both great defenses. So you decide to play, you know, Matt Ryan. He may be playing, let's say, the Titans. You know, so, and it's that way for every slot. You may have the best running back in the business, but he might be going up against the best run defense in NFL. The point is, I do so much work during football season. I have managed as many as 36 teams before. You get 6 teams per account, and I have 6 accounts with NFL.com. But normally I only manage 6 or 12. And this year I just decided not to play. But during football season, I spend, because it's a passion of mine, I have databases, you know, of the players. I keep up with it. I watch NFL Network to keep up with what's going on, to find out who's been fined, who's been kicked out, who's hurt, who's injured, who's let's take the Patriots for instance, okay? Julian Edelman and James White. If you've got Tom Brady and you got Julian Edelman as a wide receiver and James White as a running back, man, you play all three. Because Edelman is the check down man, James White is the screen man. And that's the way the Patriots run the ball. They either throw a screen, they throw it to the flat, or they throw to Edelman on a check down. They put him in the slot. You know, it's everybody knows how the Patriots play. It's a West Coast offense. It's hard to defend. You know, you can't. It's almost like you have to play a nickel all the time. But, you know, he's going to pick you apart. The thing is, the point is, there's a lot of passion that goes into it for people like me that love love playing fantasy football. They love watching the football games. They love being involved in it. Why is it that people will almost kill each other over the differences between liberal and conservative in politics? They get so pissed off, they run their blood pressure up, but they have no idea what is on the floor. They don't take the time to even investigate. They don't give a shit what bill is on the floor. They don't even know what's in the bill. Don't have a clue. If you watch Fox, you watch some very educated Republican debate some idiot liberal that nobody knows who they are, and he beats up on him, and you feel like your side's won. If you watch CNN, you watch some highly educated liberal debate some idiot Republican that nobody knows who he is, and you feel good about yourself. But you don't do the homework. You don't do the work. You know, and when you come to people like me, I didn't vote. I don't vote. I'm not participating in that crap. It's an illusion. But, you know, when God forbid that you let somebody find out you didn't vote. You know, they won, oh my God, they won the House. You didn't vote. But yet you go to complain to them about other things, and what do they say? I'm just one person. What do you expect me to do? Okay? Same thing goes for you. I don't vote. I'm just one person. What do you expect me to do? You don't even have a clue what they're voting on. You know, you want the majority in the House, but you don't give a shit what they're passing. You know, and things have gotten mixed up lately. You know, there are things called rhinos. There's a lot of Republicans that are not Republican. I mean, let's take John McCain. All right. Obamacare could have been gone, but because he wanted to showboat, he walks down there to the floor, and instead of just saying no, he does this. You see? And how many times have we has conservatives, you have all the issues, the same issues they use at debate time, the talking points. Let's take the one, abortion. How many times, conservatives, has there been a Republican president, Republican-controlled House, Republican-controlled Senate, and yet we still have abortion? Not only that, we have what now is called partial birth abortion, thanks to Obama, for stem cell research. So, it's, my passion, football, and the outcome of whether I win or not, it doesn't affect the way my life is going to be. It doesn't affect whether something's getting taken away from me or whether I'm gaining anything. Some of you focus too much on one amendment, the Second Amendment. Some of you focus way too much on that. That's your sleight of hand. That Second Amendment, they push and push and push and push. The whole time you're worried about that, which they're never going to take. And if they did, they'd be sorry. They're never going to take that. But it's like, what's his name said on No Country for Old Men. The whole time you spend trying to get back what's been took from you, more and more is going out the door every day. So the Second Amendment is sleight of hand. We've lost the first, we've lost the fourth. Posse Comitatus has been done away with. Nobody cares. Do some of you even know that? Look, they don't teach civics anymore. Schoolhouse Rock doesn't come on TV anymore. Younger people don't have a clue how government's supposed to work. But you older people, you don't have an excuse. You have no excuse. If football season during my passion, if I can do all the homework I do to make sure that I win these championships that I've won, and there's a lot of work to that, believe me. Don't you think the least you could do, if you're that passionate about politics, is find out what in the hell your representative is actually voting on, what your senator is voting on. You have a representative. Is he representing you? You have no idea, because you have no idea what he's doing. And that goes statewide too. People forget that you have a state Congress, a legislation. You have, You have people forget about the state stuff. They don't even check that. All of this affects your life. You know, it may be a silly comparison, but personally, I don't think so. I mean, I know the work that I put in. Sometimes I'm up till, when I'm actually playing, I'm up till 5 o'clock on Tuesdays, because that's when the waiver wire opens up. So I'm trying to pick players up. You know, it's that much dedication. It's checking to see who's hurt, who's a good prospect to pick up. Nobody even knew who David Johnson was. I had him, ran him all season. You know, it's Le'Veon Bell. What happens when Le'Veon Bell's not there anymore? You see, that's the point. In order to be competitive in fantasy football, you have to put in the work. Well, that's just one passion. If you are that passionate about politics, put in the work. Find out everything. Go online every day. Look at what's coming up. Look at what's coming up on the floor next week. Go through, read the bills. Write your senator, write your representative, email them, tell them you don't agree with that crap. Voting somebody in and then not giving a shit what they do, it's ridiculous. Okay, guys, that's my rant. Just, I don't know, you know, it's just politics is an illusion to me anyway. I think it's all bullshit. You know, there's not it's two parties to divide, but there's not two parties. They're all the same people. That's just there. It's just an illusion. It's a magic show. It's David Copperfield. But if you want to go to the magic show, why don't you look behind the curtain? Look at the strings. Care about how this happened. Why this is happening. Why is that happening? Why is this happening? How is Donald Trump able to send troops to the border for the caravan? Because posse comitatus was done away with. And that was after they murdered all those people in Waco. I mean, that was just recently. It was during Bush's term, I think. Bush Jr. Might have even been Obama. But ever since 2001, September 11th, 2001, we have gained nothing. We have lost rights. We've not gained any rights. We've lost them. Patriot Act. You know, I mean, they spy on the Patriot Act alone You lost your Fourth Amendment. So, alright guys. Wow, I didn't realize this was running that long. Okay, anyway, that's, you know, just my 2 cents. The midterm election, I knew it was going to go that way. Everybody's wishing this red tide, and the script is recycled over and over and over. What's Miami-Dade and Broward County again? A recount again? Are you kidding me? You know, I mean, do we need to get somebody down there that can actually count the damn votes? Come on. Do you honestly believe this crap? It's the same script over and over and over. Recycle, recycle, recycle. It's asinine. Alright guys. Anyway, still working on the Simple Plan movie. Just hadn't felt much like doing too much with it. You know, with getting everything put together. I have to build a storyboard and the software and all that, and I've still got some research to do with it. So, okay guys, that's where we're at. I appreciate all the well wishes. I'm thankful for all of you, and I appreciate all the advice. The bronchitis has pretty much gone. The Symbicort seems to be working great. It's just that now we want to make sure that my heart's okay, and I know that I have COPD, so we want, there's a pulmonologist appointment in 2 weeks from today to see how that is. Haven't gotten the results back from the heart test this morning. It was at 10. Have no idea. But okay. Alright guys, have a good one. Please be good to everyone else, and take care guys.